Hi everyone. In this video, we'll talk about the different parts of a bee's wing because believe it or not, the wing can be really helpful to look at as you classify different bee genera. So we'll just get into it. This view shows both the front and back wing of a Diodasia australis or a Diodasia rinconus. And as you can see, there are a bunch of different veins breaking up the wing into different cells. So we'll go over some of the main veins and cells. We will start right up here at the very top at the costal vein, which dumps right into the stigma here. And the stigma is a good one to remember because it can look very different in different types of bees. Then moving on, we have the marginal cell, which can also be quite shapely depending on the type of bee you're looking at. Moving down and back over, we have the radial cell, which, to be honest, I don't really look at very much, but just so you know. But then we get into the submarginal cells here, and depending on the bee, there can usually be either two or three submarginal cells, or much more infrequently, just one submarginal cell. Then looking down just below the submarginal cells, we have the medial cells, which again, I don't really look at those, but they are outlined by the basal vein on this side and the second recurrent vein on this other side. And both of these are really helpful to be familiar with. And if you're curious, the vein in the middle here is the first recurrent vein, which can match up with the submarginal cells or the veins above in different ways. So it's also a helpful one to know. Then moving lower on the wing, we have the two cubital cells, which again, I don't really look at much. Then we have the lower or the posterior wing here, which of course is also divided up by veins into different cells. But the only one I'm going to point out here is the jugal lobe right here at the very bottom, because it's the only part of the posterior wing that I've really ever seen referenced, most typically in dichotomous keys and other reference materials. If you're curious to know more about the other cells and veins, then I totally recommend checking it out on Google. In a later video, once we get through all these important anatomical things, I'll post some different reference materials that have really helped me to get as far as I have in studying bees. So keep watching and you will not be disappointed. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something, and I will see you next time.